fifth grade. Today in our music lesson, I want you to think of songs that have a special meaning for a particular group of people. These special songs could be like national anthems, maybe school songs, those kinds of things. In this lesson, we're going to hear 3 songs that tie people together. And I want you to listen for ways these songs can change. So we're going to listen to a version of a song that I believe you are very familiar with because we did this at the very beginning of the school year. So you should remember it. As you listen, I want you to tap to the beat so you can focus on the meter. So based on your tapping to the beat and my conducting, you should have been able to remember that the meter of this song was 3/4, meaning that there are 3 beats in each measure and that the quarter note gets the beat. I was conducting in a triple pattern, 1, 2, 3. Now, we're going to listen to another version of the song. Let's review some things about the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. The words in the Star-Spangled Banner were written as a poem after a battle with the British in the War of 1812. Later, this poem was set to the melody of a British tune. So, that's what we learned about the national anthem, our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. However, we're going to listen to another version, and this one's different. When a composer rewrites a piece of music for a new performing group, the result is an arrangement. They have to rearrange certain things, so they are arranging the music, an arrangement. Moses Hogan based this vocal arrangement on another arrangement done by Boyz II Men, a popular American singing group. So let's listen to this version of the Star-Spangled Banner, and I want you to listen to see if the meter is the same throughout and if it's the same as what we heard with the first version.
Let's
So was the meter the same throughout? Yes. I want you to think about the differences between these two versions of this song. The second version sounded a little more complex. It had newer complex harmonies. It was a more contemporary group, especially instrument-wise. There were differences in their voices. The first version had children's voices. The second version had adult male voices. And the second version had a slower tempo. Now we are going to listen to a song called Lift Every Voice and Sing. And I want you to listen especially to the meter of this song. So make sure you are tapping or patting to the beat. So some of us, when we were patting, may have been doing a duple pattern where it's in groupings of 2. Lift every voice and sing. Some of you may have been patting to every single beat that you heard. Lift every voice and sing. That's because this meter, if we look, is in 6/8. Now 6/8 means that there are 6 beats in each measure and that the 8th note gets the beat. And it tends to move in 3s or in groups of, or in 2 groups of 3 rather than 3 groups of 2. So we're doing some division here. Now we're going to listen to another version of this song. This one is in the style of gospel music. And gospel music is a style of religious music started by African Americans, which includes improvisation and strong feelings. Notice how this gospel arrangement changes the song. So I want you to listen for how these 2 versions are different. We just listened to one version. Here's the other. So thinking about the ways that this song had changed from one version to the other. The first version was just a simple unison, right? Then the second version we learned was a gospel arrangement. And it had more vocal parts. And of course, the paragraph I read mentioned improvisation. And definitely there were more instruments. Now, I'm going to pat eighth notes for you. And as I am patting the eighth notes, you are going to step to each and every single eighth note. Ready? Good. Now, I am going to still pat the eighth notes, but I am going to be patting the strong beat a little bit louder. So it's going to sound like this. And what you're going to do is you are going to only step on the strong beat. So you're going to be stepping on the... Got it? Here we go. Good. Now I'm going to pat a long, short, long, short, long pattern. And that sounds a lot like galloping, right? So what I want you to do is gallop with that. Good. Now I'm going to switch up my patterns. I might be just doing the eighth notes. I might be doing the emphasis on the strong beat, or I might be doing the long, short, long, short, long pattern. And you have to base your movement off of the pattern that I'm patting. So you have to really listen whether I'm doing strong beat, every eighth note, or pattern. The long, short, long pattern. So ready? Here we go. Good. Now, we need to learn a little bit more about 6/8 meter. Both of our versions of Lift Every Voice and Sing was in 6/8 meter. And in 6/8 meter, the dotted quarter note gets the beat. So the dotted quarter note is a quarter note that has a dot next to it. Each of these beats can be divided into 3 parts, like we talked about, where it has the 3/8 notes. When the beats are divided into 3 parts, so dotted quarter note is equal to these 3/8 notes, the music is in compound meter. So, I want you to say the words, lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, as I tap with the beat. Here we go. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Let's do it again. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. So I was tapping with the beat, and you can see that it's the same amount of time to tap to the beat as it took me to say till earth end or lift every. So, now we have a new song that we're going to listen to. This one is called De Colores. And this is a popular Mexican children's song. And it took on a new meaning in the early 1970s. As a symbol of Mexican heritage, De Colores became a theme song for the civil rights movement by Mexican Americans who were striving for fair treatment in the United States. And it eventually became the anthem of the United Farm Workers of America. So I want you to consider the significance of the words that you're about to hear, that these words have about the many colors of the rainbow. And what could these represent? So I want you to think about that for a minute as you listen. So tap to the beat. Now, I want you to think about the significance of the words about the many colors of the rainbow. It goes, De colores, many colors are all of the gardens and fields in the springtime. De colores, many colors are all of the birds flying in wingtime. De colores, many colors we see in the rainbow shining above us. And that's why the love that embraces all colors, all races is greatest for me. And that's why the love that embraces all colors, all races is greatest for me. So what do you think is the significance of that? It's talking about how all the colors are beautiful and that how all races need to be treated equally, right? Especially that part where it says, and it repeats itself, and that's why the love that embraces all colors, all races is greatest for me. So we're going to listen to the Spanish pronunciation of this, and I want you to do your very best to try the Spanish pronunciation.
Hola, buenos días. My name is Victor Sanchez. I am a music producer from Mexico City, La Ciudad de Mexico. My family has lived in La Ciudad de Mexico for over 100 years, but now I live in Los Angeles, California. Today, we are going to learn the Spanish word to de colores. Empecemos. Let's begin. De colores, de colores.
De colores, de colores.
Se visten los campos
Se visten los campos
en la primavera.
en la primavera.
De colores, de colores.
De colores, de colores.
Son los pajaritos
Son los pajaritos
que vienen de afuera.
que vienen de afuera.
De colores, de colores.
De colores, de colores.
Es el arco iris
Es el arco iris
que vemos lucir.
que vemos lucir.
Y por eso los grandes amores
Y por eso los grandes amores
de muchos colores
de muchos colores
me gustan a mí.
me gustan a mí.
Sorry about that. So, now I want you to sing after me. De colores. Many colors are all of the gardens and fields in the springtime. De colores. Many colors are all of the birds flying in wing time. De colores. Many colors we see in the rainbow shining above us. And that's why the love that embraces all colors, all races is greatest for me. And that's why the love that embraces all colors, all races is greatest for me. Sorry about that. All races is greatest for me. All races is greatest for me. That's better. Whoopsie. So now I want you to sing the song or try your best to do that. And as you sing, I want you to try and tap to the beat like we've practiced before, but every time you hear the groupings of 3/8 notes, that beat division, you are going to lightly clap that. So it's going to go, de colores, many colors are all of the gardens and fields in the springtime. De colores, many colors we're all of the birds flying in wing time. Get it? All right, here we go.
De colores, Many colors are all of the gardens and fields in the springtime. De colores. Many colors are all of the birds flying in wingtime. De colores. Many colors we see in a rainbow shining above us. And that's why the love that embraces all colors, all races is greatest for me. And that's why the love that embraces all colors, all races is greatest for me. De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí.
So now, after this lesson, I want you to think about what other songs you know that are important to a group of people. And think about why they're important. And I want you to think about the different ways in which the 3 songs in this lesson were transformed. Remember, the first 2 ways we heard different arrangements, the first 2 songs. But the third one, it took on a new meaning. It started out as a children's song, but then it took on a new meaning. So I want you to think about even the different ways that these songs were transformed. So I want you to continue those thoughts throughout this week, and I want you to try and see if you can remember one of those songs and see if you can review it throughout the week. I hope you enjoyed your music lesson today, and I will see you next time. Bye.